Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time for Ben. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, topic, reaction, review, pretty much anything in between, commentary, whatever, you feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box, below the video. So he wanted me to do my top 10 quotes for, or at least from the film Casino from around 1995. And before I do that, I'll talk a little bit about the film Casino. Sadly, I don't own the film. I thought I did, but I looked around and I couldn't find it. It's a film I do enjoy. There'll be times where someone will ask me, well, what do you feel about The Godfather? I'm like, The Godfather was never my cup of tea. I'm much more into films like Goodfellas or Casino, both by Martin Scorsese. I think either because I just enjoy the dialogue more, I enjoy the way Scorsese, especially in this film, will have certain scenes lit. This low light kind of mood. Just something about it that makes it its own. And, a film like The Godfather has a good cast, but I really enjoy the way the cast is utilized in a lot of Scorsese films. I enjoy After Hours. I love The Wolf of Wall Street. I think that's one of my favorite Scorsese movies. I like Taxi Driver. Raging Bull, I was really never into the story, so it never did much for me. I'm like, I'd just rather watch Rocky, which it's not the same story. The only connection is boxing, but I'm just saying I just prefer that more. But yeah, this I would say is in my top 5 favorite Scorsese films because while it's a pretty long film, it's sort of a nice insight into what Las Vegas was before it got cleaned up and how the mob dealt with the casinos and the inner workings and how they made money no matter what and screwed over people. And you had Robert De Niro, who was a guy that got the job to work this casino in Las Vegas. You have Joe Pesci as Nicky Santoro, who they're friends, but then things take a turn, and you have Joe Pesci, like in Goodfellas, his energetic, foul-mouthed performance. You have Sharon Stone, which I'm not a big Sharon Stone guy, but she did fine for what she had to do, to be fair. James Woods, which I wish was in the movie more, because it's James Woods. Even if Joe Bob Briggs make a cameo, because you type in Casino, Joe Bob Briggs, he has a small scene with Robert De Niro that apparently these slot machines won and he screwed it up and he gets fired. Don Rickles, nice to see him in this type of role. And I didn't like Goodfellas has that. It's not boring. I think it is well directed with the camera work. The actors are doing their jobs well. They're very comfortable in the roles because Scorsese they worked with before. And like I said, you get the inner workings of how the casino game works. And like I said before, people forget that Las Vegas nowadays is like a family tourist site. It's like Disneyland. That was not always the case. And the movie even mentions that. Now, to the end to the quotes, the quote that made me think of the most is, I'll try to do it justice. This Joe Pesci said this. Listen, you fat prick. You put my fucking money to sleep. You'll get my fucking money. I'll put your fucking brain to sleep. I thought that was a nice turn of a phrase. Man, you put my fucking money to sleep. You go get my money, I'll put your fucking brain to sleep. That always got me. Number 2, with Robert De Niro, it's like the insults that you don't, that are more clever than the usual. Like Robert De Niro says, listen, I want you to exit this guy off the premises. I want you to exit him off his feet. And I want you to use his head to open the fucking door. Again, do you think that he's being very sophisticated? Please exit the premises. Please, exit. By the way, use his fucking head to open the door. Just trying to be the professional, trying to be the upstanding, but it's like that mob bottom line tendency comes out by the end. Number 3 is when Robert De Niro says, "For guys like me, Las Vegas washes away your sins. It's a morality car wash." Pretty much, guys like him that go there, if you fucked up in the past, if you do well here and make the mob, make other people money, almost anything is forgiven. I do say almost anything. Number 4, listen to me very carefully. There are 3 ways of doing things around here. The right way, the wrong way, and the way that I do it. You understand? I mean, that line just speaks for itself. And really, that's a line you could place in a... You take that same line and place it in a lot of movies, and it would still work rather well. Let's see. Then Joe Pesci has some funny insults. So number 5, I would put, "Listen, I'll smash your fucking head in so hard, you won't be able to put that fucking cowboy hat on. You hear me? You fucking hick." Number 6, in the casino, the cardinal rule is to keep them playing and to keep them coming back. The longer they play, the more they lose. And in the end, we did it all. And that line stuck with me because that really does signify Las Vegas in a nutshell. Is that they want you to hope you win, but they want you to keep playing. They want to, especially back then, get you fully enamored with your addiction. Oh my god, I won 1,000, but maybe you'll win 2,000. Oh my god, I won 5,000, but maybe you'll win 10,000. And then, oh my god, I'm up 10,000. I lost 8,000. So really, they only lost 2,000 instead of 10,000. Oh my god, you got 7,000. You lost it all. Hey, that's how it is. That's really what they want. They don't want to lose money. They don't want to give out money. It's that at the end of the day, no matter how much you think you're winning, it's like a lot of gambling stuff. It's like even lottery tickets. You're hoping that one time you win $10. Well, you hope for more, but, oh god, I won $10. Yeah, but you spent $50. Oh my god, I won 15. Yeah, but you spent $80. So you may think you won 15, but you lost, 65. And again, that's a lot into the gambling addiction. Number 7, in Vegas, everybody's got to watch everybody else. Which just showcases the paranoia of Vegas. And as he says, the players are looking to beat the casino, the dealers are watching the players, the boxmen are watching the dealers, the floormen are watching the boxmen, the pit bosses are watching the floormen, the shift bosses, damn, talk. The shift bosses are watching the pit bosses, the casino manager is watching the shift bosses, I'm watching the casino manager, and the eye in the sky is watching us all. I think it does get into that paranoia, is that once you get there, you're always being watched. And then later on, it gets into who can you trust. Just later on in the film, things going up shit creek because Joe Pesci is doing more criminal activities that are more known and get more eyes into what's going on here. Other people fucked it up, and then the FBI, they're getting more knowledge on what's going on here, and then some of the people try to get killed. Some people do get killed. If you haven't seen the film, I won't spoil who dies and who doesn't. But again, that definitely plays into that paranoia. Everybody's got to watch everybody. Number 8, back home they would have put me in jail for what I'm doing, but out here they're giving me awards. And that's true. That really also signifies how Vegas was, maybe still is nowadays, but much more back then, where it was called Sin City for a reason, not just for gambling, but sex, prostitutes, again, the mob owning it. Again, maybe that's still the case now. To be honest, I've never been to Vegas. Never been to Vegas. This opportunity's never... if someone offered, I would go with them, but I just would not take my money. Well, I'll take my money, but I won't take a lot of money, and I wouldn't gamble. Just to see the sights and sounds and hang out with whoever. But, yeah, I mean, that was the point of Vegas, is that there was a time where, considering all the other parts of the country, that's the one place you go to, and where you would get in trouble anywhere else, you would get almost like the free pass in that one location. Number 9 is not quite a quote, but it's a situation where he's talking with someone going, it's a guy who's signaling, like, hey, that's the right card, that's the wrong card, in order to steal money. So Robert De Niro's talking to him, so you're a righty, huh? Yeah, yeah. And so he gets a guy, beat the shit out of the guy's hand with a hammer. But, well, now you don't have to learn with your left hand. Because he's talking about, you know, you like to shuffle cards, you like to do this, or you're a righty. Well, now I just made you a lefty. Again, there's a sense of humor mixed in with violence that Scorsese can do fairly well on a turn. It's like Goodfellas with Joe Pesci. Hey, it's funny, huh? You think I'm funny, huh? Huh? You think I'm funny? Do I amuse you? So laughs turns into this very intense moment. And that's another signifier of that. And number 10, I threw in another Joe Pesci insult. Give yourself a hand right across your fucking mouth. But I mean, the quote I mentioned is that there's a quote about how Las Vegas has changed and it's been turned to Disneyland, and the mom and dad come here and they cash in their kids' college fund while the kids are off playing in the hotel room, and I did just how things have changed from then to now. And it's true. I mean, I'm sure there's still some bad things happening in Las Vegas, but it's definitely a different world and era than it was back in the day. So, but Casino, I would say, if you like Scorsese films, if you like actors like Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, despite its running time, it's actually a rather good film. It doesn't feel as long as its running time. It's well directed. I think if you like Goodfellas, it's a nice spiritual sequel to Goodfellas. It's not an actual sequel, but it's a nice spiritual sequel to Goodfellas. And it's definitely worth a watch. Again, maybe if I ever pick it up, maybe the Blu-ray. There's a couple Blu-rays I would like to get. Like JFK with Oliver Stone directing, and Casino, among others. Maybe one day down the road. But like I say, it's definitely worth a look for those who do enjoy those type of movies. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.